Well then, hero. I have cursed you to live in another universe. The Steves there have suffered greatly. Infection roams the land. Destruction everywhere you turn. In this universe, you will suffer far worse than any of the Steves there have. I hope to run into you sometime in the near future to finish what we started. Until then, have fun living in this ruined reality.
It begins where the Soul Eater was starting to become a bigger threat than expected. Oh. Every colored Steve on the spectrum was beginning to lose hope. Especially since the Yellow Kingdom had been destroyed. Oh, that's horrible. And almost all of its people with it. Were the Yellow Steves the first ones to be attacked? No. But they were hit the hardest. I see. Sounds horrible. The Soul Eater saw them as a threat because they were too fast for him. That makes a little bit of sense. So fast he couldn't steal their souls. So he had to kill them all. He practically succeeded. That's horrible. The Yellow Leader now wants to make sure that never happens to any other race of Steves. I bet he is traumatized from the event. He is. Sorry, General, we went down a rabbit hole. Please continue. Because of what happened, all the other Steves began to panic. Oh. Well, then a Steve had an idea of what to do. What was that Steve's idea? To create a Steve that embodied every color. Rainbow Steve. Leaders, I have a question indeed. Cliff? Cliff, what are you doing? Oh, you're talking about him. Okay, bye! Well, anyways. Okay. As I was saying, that was unexpected. Agreed. Sorry, what, as you were saying, General? They made the crystals. Okay. Made the crystals. Sounds similar to what I've heard about my universe, I guess. Yes, I think. But the crystals needed a vessel. Ah. For this hero. So. Someone spoke up and offered to become the hero of this ruined reality. Who was the Steve? A blue Steve. A blue Steve? A blue Steve. Yes, a blue Steve. You seem shocked. Are you okay? I am just having some PTSD from my universe. Yeah. Please continue. Alright. The Blue Steve became Rainbow Steve as expected. And he helped fight the Soul Eater. We were winning the war until what? Corrupt showed up. Oh. He destroyed villages left and right like clockwork. So he is more destructive than I expected him to be. How did the hero handle that? They haven't been seen in generations. Oh. Interesting. Okay. He was able to actually fend off the Soul Eater and Corrupt with the help of these new allies. New allies? But the Soul Eater... he had a plan. What did he do? A backup plan. What was his backup plan? The next time the hero went to fight him, what happened? This was when Fallen and Ruin were seen for the first time. Oh. Tragic day. Wow. Agreed. What happened? What happened on that day? Sorry, I hate talking about this day. Proxima, if I may allow me to finish this story. Go ahead. So, Ruin created his army of Skulk Steve things. Okay. And Fallen, well, he went around and destroyed many Steves. Oh, well, from what I've heard about Fallen, that sounds like him being aggressive. We probably lost a round. Round what? Carry the 10. 1,000 Steves. Oh my gosh. It hurts to think of what happened. I'm so sorry. And that day was during that fight from Ruin and Fallen alone. Their deaths will not be in vain. They never will be. Where was I? Oh, right! Rainbow Steve. Yeah, please go on. Wait, I thought I was finishing this story. Let the general continue. I mean, just his experience. I said I hated talking about the day at ease. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just go ahead and continue. I need to know what happened. He then, just out of nowhere, did something. What do you mean he did something? His scythe turned darker. And darker. And darker. What? And his colors were rearranged. What? His colors were rearranged? How did... It was super bizarre. Huh. It was like he was corrupting or something odd. And then Rainbow Steve, all of a sudden what? fended them off like it was nothing. He barely broke a sweat. What? So you're telling me he goes from being weak, well, not able to fend them off, to all of a sudden fending all of them off? Ruin, fallen, and corrupt. And the Soul Eater himself. What? How? He was hit hard. He ran away immediately. So the crystals do have the power to fight him. What did Rainbow Steve do? What did he do to be able to do that? We didn't know at the time, but we started to see less of the Soul Eater after that. He was that scared? He was. That is super bizarre. What on earth did Rainbow Steve do? Which is why it was odd to hear that you ran into him. Because he's never seen anymore from after that event, huh? Indeed. Interesting. After that battle, Rainbow Steve, he said, what did he say? He said, some sacrifices must be made, no matter how dark and twisted they may seem. What? That's not creepy at all. Okay. I had asked him what he meant, but he smiled. And said, don't worry about it. Everything will be better now. Did they get better? Did things get better? No, they didn't. We may have started to see less of the Soul Eater. But Corrupt, Ruin, and Fallen were still spreading the infection. Worst of all, they started splitting up. That... it made it hard for Rainbow Steve to fight all of them. That must have been bad. How did things go down from there? Yeah, yes. It was. Rainbow Steve only went after Corrupt for reasons he never shared with us. What? That's odd. I wonder why he did that. So do we. Eventually, Rainbow Steve, after all the fighting, over the course of months, he started to spiral down into chaos. You could say he snapped. Why did he do that? Because it... it sounds like... He then revealed what he had done to the Soul Eater. The weapon he had created. What was the weapon? What did he create? It was something that could wipe the Soul Eater to the depths of the world below. Don't tell me. he created the darkness. What? And he became Rainbow Void. Are you kidding me?